Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Hall of Famer. This is Gale Sayers. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking long for Thomas. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
53, check 53. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A run. This is Sayers. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Gale Sayers, 55 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to Gale Sayers. Touchdown, Houston. Gale Sayers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. This is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They go play action with Jackson. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take. The ball comes out. And the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now it's Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holt. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 13 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On second down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. They got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there, and in a big way.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Yeah, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left.
Let's go. Let's go.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 39-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Jackson going to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On the toss, here's Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Flushed up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Gale Sayers, the intended receiver. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now Johnson, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have taken the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Texans. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator was looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jackson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Gale Sayers there to make the grab, and the Texans have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A run at Sayers' right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready. 15 on it. Mike, watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Jackson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. It's complete. He's got Gronk. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Sayers. Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer, in on the tackle that time. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL?
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run with Sayers, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson being chased out left. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson flush to his right. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. To Edmonds on the toss. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. After the sack on first down, Jackson, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Jackson to throw again, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. 6-0 our score after 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On first down, Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Man open, it's Moss complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Watch the screen.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Johnson. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson on the screen. This is Edmonds. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Jackson. Man open, Rice. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. To throw is Jackson. On 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He completes it to Julio Jones. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ty Law. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. I call it no gain there on the first down play. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Jackson now forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And now he's going to... And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Caught by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Julio Jones. 77 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are back within a single score. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Being chased out left. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here's Jackson. Flush to it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner. Stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
And all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports _MUT. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.